Hi guys, so in today's video I'm reviewing and doing a demo first impressions kind of video for the Ecotools mini essentials set. So these are made with bamboo and recycled materials. So there's a full powder brush, the middle one, and then there's the eye shading brush and the angled liner brush. So I did this makeup look using only these brushes and my fingers. And so if you want to see how I did this look and what I think of these brushes, by the way, they're from iHerb. They're like $6. So yeah, if you want to see how I did this makeup look, then just keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to start out with some correcting concealer. I'm using the Freedom System palette from Inglot, using the correcting shade and then the concealer later on. I'm just going to use my fingers. Then on to my AMC foundation, cream foundation from Inglot in LW200. I'm going to use my hands to apply this because I'm only using the 3 brushes and I don't want to use any cream product on with the first brush. I'm just applying this with my fingers, and it works really well with this foundation as well because it's so lightweight. Then using the concealer shade underneath my eyes and anywhere I have redness and spots or imperfections. So zooming in, I'm using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Then I'm using this Naked Basics palette and this first, what was this called? This is the eye shading brush. Used to apply shadow along eyelid and crease and highlight brow bone. So this will be the only eyeshadow brush I'm going to be using. So I will be using my fingers for some of these steps, just because I think it works out. Mixing Foxy and Walk of Shame. I'm just gonna use a little bit of Walk of Shame on the shading brush and just to use it as a base for my crease color so that it's easier to blend. I can already tell that this is a really soft brush, but I'm not sure if it's really good to blend with. We'll see. Using Naked 2 in the crease. And I'm kind of just using the angled side to blend. Yeah, it's soft and all, but it's a little bit too stiff to blend out well the color. But kind of a good thing here is, in this case, it's a good thing that it doesn't pick up too much color, so I can just build the color. As I go. Although I find it a little bit harder to blend with this brush, I feel like since I can just build it up, it does look nice and natural, and it's fairly easy to make an okay look with this, I think. So, on to Faint. I'm going to use this in the outer corner of my lid. Using the Naked 2 to go underneath my lower lash line. In this case, it's a good thing that it's so pointy and flat on the tip. That way it's really easy to use this as almost like a liner brush. A little bit more faint. Finally, I'm going to use Venus in the inner corners of my eyes, just using my pinky. I kind of miss a blending brush here, but other than that, I think it's absolutely doable to use this all alone for doing a eyeshadow look. The only thing I'm thinking about is I think you should go just only matte or only the shimmery colors. I think mixing those two finishes with and using just one brush is probably not a good idea. I'm not sure, but I like to use the Basics palette. I also want to use Makeup Store Gold Digger eyeliner. My all-time favorite eyeliner. I'm just going to use it just to make my eyes pop a little bit. Moving on to brows, I'm going to use the Isadora Eyebrow Pencil in light brown. Then it's time to use the second brush, which is the angled liner brush. By using the ultra flat angled tip to line your eye with cream liner or shadow. So that's what it's meant for, but I'm going to use it on my brows. I'm using the Jordana brow powder in light ash brown. And I can tell I really like this brush for that. It's really fine and flat, so it's very precise. So as long as I don't do a harsh line, like put a lot of pressure on the brush, it works out very well, I think. It's time to use the third and last brush, which is the full powder brush. Used to create a flawless base with pressed or mineral powder. So I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to use it for several other purposes. Starting with this setting powder thing, or like highlighting powder, sort of, but I'm going to use it underneath my eyes first. This brush is really, really soft, and I feel like for powder, this is perfect. And even though it's a small brush, it's a good size, I feel like. Curling my lashes with Bobbi Brown eyelash curler. I'm using the Oriflame Volume Build Mascara in black, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but I'm trying it out and making it work. Or at least trying to make it work. I can already tell you I'm not going to repurchase. See? Then I'm using the Stila Clear Eyeliner in Topaz on my waterline. I'm going to use the powder brush again with this contouring color from Inglot. This is what I'm the most curious about, if it actually works for this. So I'm kind of just squeezing it together so that it becomes a little bit flatter. I'm going to zoom out, I think. There's no problem picking up the color here, as you can see. And I feel like it does a really good job at blending the color. Really good job. Like a really good job. Lastly, I'm using a blush color from Inglot. Don't ask me what number it is because I have no idea, but I think it's one of the lightest pink colors. So this is my answer to a really everyday look, I feel like. Matte, neutral colors on the eyes and a really neutral face. And I'm going to find a nice everyday shade on my lips. I think this is a really neutral, nice look. So for my lips, I'm going to use the NYX lip liner in pale pink. Which is almost exactly like my lip color. Then I'm using the e.l.f. Mineral Lipstick in Runway Pink. e.l.f. Mineral Lip Gloss in Bare. And that's it. So I'm going to do a close-up so you can see how it looks. So that is my finished look. I'm going to zoom out now. Okay, so overall, this is my the first travel set that I found that I really like. I think this brush is awesome for contouring, for powder, for blush. It's amazing. I think it's so good. I would buy this in like a full size if I could, because I felt like it did the job perfectly. Also, this angled brush actually surprised me because I thought it was going to be too precise so that my eyebrows looked really drawn on, but it didn't. Yeah, I was really surprised by this one, and I really like it. The only thing I would have changed in the set would probably be this brush. It's not because I don't like it, because I really do, but I feel like I would get more use out of maybe like a rounded fluffy brush, kind of, because it's more easy to use to blend the colors, to use as a crease shadow. And I mean, these flat top eyeshadow brushes are really easy to, it's really just so much easier to just use your ring finger or something to apply the color that you would normally use a flatter or something like this to apply. So I would like a more fluffier brush, but when that said, I do like this brush, so there's not really anything bad about it. So I think this brush set is worth the money. I think I can survive with only bringing these brushes along with me, and yeah, I can definitely recommend this mini essentials set. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in my next video. Bye!